In today's video, we're going to try something new that I want to do on a week-to-week basis. Welcome to the Solana Memecoin Trading Journal and Watch List. My name is Mofo, and I trade Solana meme coins, and I'm learning the rest as I go and sharing it with you. A reminder before we dive in, nothing in here is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. If you want to support me, join my Telegram, follow me on X, and yeah, that's all I got to say about all this other mumbo jumbo. Today, we're going to go over my portfolio. We're going to go over this past week's big wins, this last week's big losses, the current metas that we're seeing on Solana meme coins, and some closing thoughts. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So here's an update on my portfolio. In the last 7 days, we're up $55,721, and we have around $99,440 in unrealized P&L. And what attributed to these big wins was our boy Devin Scott Wu. Man, this one was a trip. It was interesting to see it kind of play out. This happened, I want to say like 12 hours ago, 18 hours ago at this point. But a lot of people were looking at like this 5 minute chart. So this thing like ripped like right out the gate. And then it just did this like insane drop down like 88%. So a lot of people, sold for a loss. So this happened in the evening in US time. And I missed the initial write up. So when I came back, like online, I was like eating dinner and I saw a bunch of people like, saying like it was a rug. There was some like soft FUD around the team holding 20% and a bunch of other things. And naturally, I do what I do. I kind of go against the grain and I bought the blood around here. Um, I forgot what kind of a price swing this was, but I traded up here, and that was a quick little, 500%, like a quick little 5x. I think this is from like 700K to like 2 million. Then I sold, and then it went back down. Then I bought back in, and holy hell, man, it just continued going up and up and up. It was probably the most insane, like, run up that I woke up to. So I'm out. I sold. And yeah, I made a quick $27,000 right there after entering it a few times, just swing trading it. So that was super fun. And then this last week, I trimmed some of my position. The unrealized profits mainly come from my boy Jew. Um, this team, man, like I really enjoy what they are doing here. Like if you just look at their Twitter, the content that they're doing, like right now they're on a spaces, like they're super active. Shout out to Dustin Stockton. But yeah, like here's where I bought, and I look at you on the daily chart because again with Politify, it's always a slow cook. I always like to call it. Um, if you recall Tremp, I'm still in Tremp. I have a moon bag that I just don't even look at anymore. But yeah, it took a few days before it, ripped over here. Like, it was chilling after, the dev rugged. It had that huge run up and then it went down and all that other fun stuff. So I like to look at daily charts for Politify coins because it makes the most sense. Same thing with Tucker, which is kind of the or Tucker. I still don't know who this guy is. Look at that. I timed that reversal. It takes a couple days for it to start cooking. So anything that you're in Politify wise, I suggest you switch to the daily, to the 4 hour, to the, 1 hour. Like stop looking at, 5 minute charts or else you're gonna go crazy day over day. Just zoom out a little bit. Like the chart looks so much better when you're on the daily, but this was such a cook. I kept sharing it with people. I shared it, I think, when I reached 300K, and we rode it up to like 2 million, and then it went down super aggressively, and it just kind of stayed in that 3 to 500K market cap range for a few days, and that was just golden opportunity there for people to accumulate, and that's exactly what I did, and I out traded a lot of people during you know this time, and like this last week of April around the halving, however you want to pronounce it. But yeah, Jew is still cooking. Boy, I really enjoy what this team is doing as well. Shout out to Marcel, who is community takeovering it. He is a Michi whale, and I believe he still has heavy bags in it. So what I learned with Boy and what's been happening for me personally a lot these past couple of weeks, I kind of lost my sauce in terms of finding conviction plays. So I was trading this thing like crazy, like swing trading it. So I kept buying the bottom, selling at the top, buying back over here, selling at the top here, and then buying back. So I should have just bought like a grand worth or something when it was under a million. Just wrote it up to 14 mil or whatever that is. That's $1,000 to 14 grand, and then just sell the top and then buy back in here. I kind of did that, but I was just swing trading it like crazy. So um, realistically, this should be at like 30 to 40. The reason it is at 15 is because I swung traded it way too much. I did not really have that much conviction in it, to be honest. And I've kind of rediscovered that recently with like Mini, which is another cook I did on a different wallet. Do I have this on here? Yeah, so Mini was a cooker too. So I had conviction in Mini. I still do. I bought back in around here, sold around here. Um, so there's some unrealized profits there, but yeah, that was a nice bag too. Same thing with Chibi. There's a lot of these like wearable cat coins that have been popping up. I think Chibi is due for another run up here. Um, Volume's kind of low right now, but not too low to where it can't like come back up. But yeah, I'd probably bid around here. I check out the Telegram first to make sure they're active. I haven't done that in a minute, but yeah, so those are just some of the highlights. Pokimoon, Mufasa, I rode that pump and dump up. Hi Mao, shout out to Geiki and Kanye West. That was a little nice flip. Singapore. Yeah, so some of these are just random because I do copy trade people on Trojan. So if I'm kind of just skimming over it, I wasn't the person that was actively like trading it. I was just copy trading different people. So that's always fun. It contributes, an extra 6 grand or so, 6 or 7 grand or so to my overall realized profit this last week. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show my big wins this past week. Now, big L's, man. Um, I chased these like live stream metas because I didn't cook with Live Mom because I kind of just faded it. I was just kind of like in awe with what the hell was going on with this. But basically, this kid, he like put his mom on a live stream and said like, "Oh, I'll do a bunch, at 500K market cap, I'll drink milk off my mom's tits or something." And like they ended up like rugging. Um, and then a couple of my homies were like, "Dude, this is like all time high." I'm like, "What? Did he like, bang his mom or something?" Like I don't know. It was a weird time. And these were the copium plays that were popping up, like just people live streaming weird things. This is like a game show thing. This person I follow on Twitter shilled it. Thanks, midget. And I lost $5,000 on it. Um, this one was a trip too. That I'm not even gonna explain it. I don't want to get like banned on YouTube or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I chased the live stream meta and I overinvested trying to DCA down, and I will never do that again. Anyway, talking about metas, right now, one of the bigger metas that's going on that I'm still a huge fan of is Politify. So these are slow cookers, like I was saying in the beginning. Politify it's going to go through like this entire year, and like the elections and like is in November. By far the biggest bag I've made this year was buying Tremp under 10K market cap, and yeah, I made well over 6 figures off of this guy, which is pretty cool. Bowden is on my watch list. Tucker Carlson, like I mentioned, I timed that reversal. That was really nice. I aped in with size here, so that was fun. And Jew, obviously, and some hidden gems that not a lot of people are paying much attention to that I think is worth bidding on is Cromer, just because their content game is just insane, and the team is really good, and I'm still actively bidding on these lows. But again, zooming out, price action is kind of boring. Just anything under 100,000 market cap, just bid. One day they'll get the recognition they deserve. Another one that I've been talking about for quite some time that a lot of people have been kind of like sleeping on is my boy Bon Shatiro. I mean, again, I just throw on the daily chart on these Politify coins and I just watched it go up. You know, like you had plenty of time to enter this guy. Um, Again, similar story to Jew and even Trump. Like they just have this massive run up in the beginning. Like they hit 1 or 2 million market cap, and then they go down. Then just they just have a few days of like this price ranging. I think it's called like from 200K or 150K market cap to like 300, 400, then it dies because people sell off for a quick 3 to 5x. But again, we're at 500K market cap right now, and honestly, much higher. Just Google what the number one conservative podcast is, and with Jew just blasting off like it did, I definitely can see Bond going even as higher or even further. I mean, it has half as many followers on Twitter. They're constantly putting out content. Yeah, way higher for Bond in my opinion. So yeah, Politify, nothing but slow cooks. Another one that is kind of new that I want to talk about before I move on to cats, just because it's on the subject of Politify, is this Donald Cat coin. So we haven't really had any political cat coins go parabolic on Solana just yet. But I think this might be it. It's been holding off. Well, it's a new coin, so again, proceed with caution. But man, this chart is just looking really good. A lot of people are taking profit here, probably early buyers. Or that bot here kind of took their 162% gain. But yeah, I mean, multiple cats are going to multi-millis, multiple political coins are going to multi-millis as well. I think this is the first to do it well, to where they mesh the two metas. And yeah, they're putting out content. Oh, I don't follow them yet. Um, they burnt 3% of the supply. That doesn't mean anything to me. But yeah, I mean they're constantly putting out content, and they just launched. So that's always a good sign. But yeah, DC is a good one to bet on. And let's talk about cats. That's a very popular meta right now, and these are the cats that I'm actively like investing in or swing trading. Michi, everyone knows what this is. Kind of same story as a lot of these coins that I make a lot of money off of. Like I was bidding here like in the 3 to 5 million range. And I was swing trading so much here, and it's just like if I just threw in a grand at you know 3 million market cap and just chilled, like I'd be up you know, insane. So that sometimes you truly do have to zoom out and just hang out in the telegrams of these coins or pay attention to the content they're putting out and just really lean into the community and have conviction behind them. I really did lose sight of that in the majority of April, to be honest. And I'm kind of coming back to that. And I think a lot of it just has to do with just like, you know, I've already made X amount of dollars. Like, I'm not going to do it again if, by believing in certain coins. But I think I'm finding myself again in the sense of like just leaning more into having conviction into certain things. So, yeah. Anyway, Michi's a good one. Mineki, I've just, if I want to make a quick 10 grand or something, or a quick, X amount of dollars or whatever, um it's a fun one to just like on these lows, like if you do your TA, um if you were to buy here, that's a 50% gain, and if you buy with size, that's a nice little payday. So that's the purpose of this coin. You could very well do that around this range too, because yeah, it seems bottomed out. Same thing with Nub, their Twitter, they've had like various different Twitter accounts now that have been getting banned, and it's just been chilling here a little below the golden pocket. But I still think it's a great buying zone. Anything under 50 million market cap is free. It should break out here pretty shortly. I think the community is really like rallying behind it right now. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not in it right now, just because I want to see the Twitter come back. But probably wise to have a starter position now, and it might go down like here again. Um, but it's green right now, so just some things to keep in mind. Oh yeah, Mini. I forgot to talk about that. Man, this community has been crazy. So there's been a lot of like banana cat coins, and you can kind of see here like banana cat, um, Among Us cat. Like a lot of these have been meme coins themselves over the past few months in Solana, whether they're degen gambles and things like that. So this kind of, I don't follow them. What the fuck? Um, this kind of encapsulates all of them. So mini is like all of them. So it kind of takes like the Michi approach to where it's like a wearable cat. Yeah. So mini did it very, very well. Community's really goated. I think my entry after the dev rugged, it wicked to 3 million, I believe. And the dev rugged and sold everything. And I got in at around 300K market cap, wrote it up to um, I think 2 to 4, then sold, and then bought back in around 2 again. Now we're almost at 7 million. So it's been a fun coin to swing trade, but again, sometimes swing trading is not really necessary. You just gotta buy something and believe in it. And again, very very quickly, I'm learning that that's the case. Especially now with the market being the way it has been. So might be changing my strategy here shortly. But yeah, some hidden gems for cats. Hi Mao. I'm not Asian, so I don't really understand this, but Geiki, one of my good friends, he's the dev for this project, and he, you know, I trust him and his alpha, and he says it's a good coin, and he added like $12,000 into the liquidity pool on Meteora. So yeah, it's 7,800 now because the coin's down 50%. But yeah, I think it's a good one to just throw a few dollars into and see where it goes. And yeah, and then another one is Zhao Cat. I'm probably butchering that, but it a lot of people panic when they ape the top, and I apologize that I called the top on this one. That was my entry when I first came across it. But I think it's a low risk, high reward type of thing. Especially if you're just looking for a quick swing. I mean, worst case, best case it goes up 200%. And also worst case. I think kind of the same story as Mini. It's a like wearable cat type thing. Like there's been a lot of coins created for each of these individual ones before, like Catfish. I made a bag off that. Um, and yeah, just a few others. And yeah, they're still pumping out content. They're still being consistent. Um, you know, teams taking a break because it's probably nighttime on their end. But yeah, they're doing the whole thing. Um, it dumped a little bit because a rogue mod, deleted the Telegram or something. But I think here's a safe bidding zone. If it goes lower, great. If not, just buy here. I'm still in, so I think it's a good buy. And yeah, I think that's it for cat meta that I have here. I already talked about Donald Cat, but again, it fits both metas. Holy shit, it pumped while we were doing this. Dope. Um, Another meta I wanted to briefly talk about was just Asians. I don't really have much other information on it. One that I did not add on here was Mutai, which I am so like sidelined off of Mutai. But yeah, essentially it's liquid gold, they call it. So again, this is one of those where you just throw the daily chart on and kind of just see what's up. I think right here is actually it is a buy in my opinion. There's only upside here. The whales, I'm friends with a few of the whales. They're good people. Um, Another one on the Asian meta that I have an eye on. Obviously, Hai Mao and Zhao. Again, I'm probably butchering all this, but Biao, I guess it's a big meme in Asia. I don't really know much about it, or China. Sorry. Is China in Asia? Anyway, yeah, this one seems pretty bottom too. I mean, it ripped like crazy um when Asian meta was like in full force. Like that's insane. So quick 300, and well, not quick, but a 369% gain if it goes back to all-time highs. So I think this one's another one of those like low risk, high rewards. Throw in $100, $1,000, forget about it, and wake up rich one day. So that's a pretty good one. And I think that's it with Asians. One one new meta that's kind of forming that's still pretty new is the Zoomer meta. It kind of started with this coin mewing, which if you don't know what mewing is, it's it's hard to explain. I don't even really know what it is, but it's essentially when you make yourself look hot as fuck or something. Um, there's like TikTok tutorials on how to mew, but yeah, uh, yeah, I don't know. You kind of have to like watch it to know it, but it's a Zoomer thing. Um, they're kind of the leaders of this new meta, which has spawned a few other coins that I'm bullish in and gotten it. Well, for one, I think mewing is pretty early, considering Mog, which is another Zoomer term, is so high in market cap. I don't even want to bring it up because it'll make me cry. But yeah, some other ones that I'm actively bidding in are Zoomer, which it kind of is the index of all of these memes. Um, they got a CTO, so that's why it had this insane run up. But yeah, it's been holding a pretty solid floor above 1 million in the last like 12, 14 hours ish. So I'm waiting for it to go down to 1 million to bid more. It might not get there, but I did start a small position here, 1.4. But if it goes down to, around here, I think that would be a good place to max bid. Same thing with Riz. I think this one will be a really nice cooker too. I would put it on par with mewing as well. This is kind of like my max bid zone. I've added in three different places, just around here and here, and it might add a little bit more up here too if it gets there. If I don't see it going down, like if volume starts spiking up. So um, yeah, I think. Oh yeah, for Zoomer, Mood. This is a new pair. Um, Jesus, it ran up again. Um, I think it was shilled by Tojo on Twitter, and I was just kind of looking at it, but it just had this insane green candle. So I don't know. I probably should have paid attention to the chart a little bit more earlier, but yeah, that was a nice, obvious, clean breakout if you were paying attention. But I obviously was not paying attention. But no worries, I'll buy on the dip because what goes up must come down. Another one that I got in a little earlyish on was Sus. Um, so yeah, fuck, delete my TA. Yeah, it's like all over the place. Fucking people are swing trading something under 200K market cap. It's catching a lot more bids right now because if we look back at the Zoomer watch list here, a lot of things are up right now in the green, minus Riz because it ran to all-time high in the last 24 hours. But mewing started going up again from being down, so I think there's just this big rally around the Zoomer coins on Twitter right now. So that's probably why Dev is sus is getting more bids. But these guys, they're funny. Um, yeah, uh, it's a good one. Kind of a hidden gem that I haven't really shared anywhere. Is Glizzy. It Yeah, I think people caught wind of it a little bit, um, but there's like not a lot of holders. Like the majority of the supply is in radium, and everyone knows what a glizzy is. If you're into like Zoomer TikTok culture, like it's a hot dog. There's massive like green dildo in the last 24 hours, but um, dude, it's at 2100 market cap. Um, I don't know. Do what you will with this information. I'm not behind the project. Yeah, just throw in $1 or something and check back in a month. But yeah, I think that was it as far as like the core metas that I'm actively bidding in. So Politifi, Cats, Asians, and Zoomer coins. And yeah, some closing thoughts for this video. Always invest what you can afford to lose. So please, stay safe. Don't overinvest. Keep doing your own research. No matter what I tell you or no matter what anyone else tells you, always do your due diligence and, check out the Telegram, see if there's a community, check out the top traders and see if, they aren't, if the project's not a dev farm. Just use your tools and resources. I linked to my other Notion doc here to where to find alpha and just the different tools that I use. So Be sure to check that out. And yeah, just follow the right people, make friends, create your own alpha groups too if you're not a part of a bigger one. That's what I did, and eventually you just climb up the ladder of just finding more people that um, are either more connected or are just really good traders. One thing that I've learned throughout this is that even if you get into groups with like the most connected people, even they miss some of the bigger cooks too. So yeah, just do with that information what you will. And yeah, hope you have a good rest of your week. And yeah, be sure to follow me on X, join my Telegram for calls and whatnot. Subscribe on YouTube, and yeah, let me know what you think of this style of video. Should be fun doing this on a week to week basis, but we'll see. Talk to you soon.